Donna Douglas was born on September 26, 1932 in Pride, East Baton Rouge Parish, Louisiana. Her birth name was Doris Ione Smith. She was a model, an actress, a real estate agent, a motivational speaker, a singer, and an author. Her most famous role was that of Ellie Mae Clampett on the hit TV show called The Beverly Hillbillies. It was on CBS from 1962 to 1971. She beat out 500 women who auditioned for that part. Her first marriage was at age 16. She won a couple of local beauty contests and moved to New York City to pursue modeling and acting. After appearing on The Ed Sullivan Show, she caught the eye of a film producer and she was in her first movie in 1959 called Career. She was also in a lot of TV shows such as Mr. Ed, Dr. Kildare, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, and Adam 12, just to name a few. She was in one of my favorite episodes of The Twilight Zone called Eye of the Beholder. In 1966, she starred in an Elvis movie called Frankie and Johnny. Later on, she became a gospel singer and wrote religious children's books. She sued the makers of Barbie for making a doll that looked like her without her permission. She also sued the production team of the movie Sister Act because she said they stole many ideas from her. She turned down a $1 million settlement offer. She lost both cases. She was married twice and had a son named Danny. She died in 2015 from pancreatic cancer. She was 82 years old. Steve Jobs was born on February 24, 1955 in San Francisco, California. His father was Syrian and his mother was German American. He was put up for adoption shortly after his birth. In 1971, he was introduced to Steve Wozniak and eventually they would create Apple computers. First, he attended one semester of Reed College in Portland, Oregon. Then he worked at Atari for a short time. Atari co-founder Nolan Bushnell said Steve was often the smartest guy in the room and he would let people know that. Steve eventually got serious when Wozniak basically created the Apple I computer. They built them out of Steve's parents' house. The Apple II, Macintosh, and Lisa computers were next. His daughter named Lisa was born in 1978. Steve demanded greatness from his employees, which made him hard to work for. Do you remember the famous 1984 Macintosh commercial? In 1985, Steve was demoted by the CEO and the board after a power struggle. He left Apple. He founded the company called Next Software Inc. The next year, he helped create Pixar after buying the Lucasfilm computer graphics division. He was rehired by Apple in 1997, named the CEO, and saved the company. The iPhone, released in 2007, changed the world forever. I always looked forward to their new products being released because Steve was so charismatic on stage. Quick question, are you an iPhone or an Android user? In 2022, he was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He was married once and had 4 children. He died in 2011 from a pancreatic tumor that spread. He decided to seek alternative treatments, but eventually he had traditional surgery and a liver transplant. It was too late. Bill Gates, who had a rivalry with Steve that turned into respect, said, "For those of us lucky enough to get to work with Steve, it's been an insanely great honor. I will miss Steve immensely." He was 56 years old. Patrick Swayze was born on August 18, 1952 in Houston, Texas. He was an actor, dancer, singer, and a songwriter. He was named Sexiest Man Alive in 1991 by People magazine. Don't tell anyone, but when I'm alone in my car, I blast She's Like the Wind from the Dirty Dancing soundtrack. It's my guilty pleasure. He co-wrote it. My favorite movies of his are Point Break, Roadhouse, and Red Dawn. What's yours? Here's a fun fact. I named my dog Bodie after Patrick's role in Point Break. When he says, "Back off, war child," seriously, that's my favorite part. He was very athletic growing up. In 1972, he moved to New York City for ballet training. His first movie was called Skate Town, USA. Some of his other movies included The Outsiders, Ghost, Donnie Darko, Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, Youngblood, Uncommon Valor, and City of Joy, among many others. The 1987 movie Dirty Dancing made him a household name. He said they offered him $10 million to do a sequel, but he turned it down. He was married once for 34 years and had no children. He developed an addiction to alcohol. He was also a pilot. In the year 2000, he had to make an emergency landing in Arizona when his plane lost pressurization. In January of 2008, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He smoked cigarettes for 40 years. He died in 2009 after the cancer spread. He was 57 years old. Benjamin Orr was born on September 8, 1947 in Lakewood, Ohio. His birth name was Benjamin Orzechowski. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He's most well known for being the bassist, co-founder, and co-singer in the band called The Cars. He was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018 with the rest of the band. His nickname growing up was Benny 11 Letters. I can see why he changed his last name. In 1964, he was a singer and guitar player in a band called the Grasshoppers. 2 members were drafted into the army, so Benjamin joined a couple of other bands. The Cars were formed in 1976. They sold over 24 million albums and released 7 studio albums. 13 of their singles reached the top 40. He released a solo album called The Lace in 1986. The Cars broke up in 1988. Ben had a solo band up until his death. He was married twice and had 1 son. He died from pancreatic cancer in the year 2000 at the age of 53. Alex Trebek was born on July 22, 1940 in Ontario, Canada. He is most well known for being the popular host of the TV trivia show called Jeopardy! He hosted the show from 1984 to 2020. He started growing his famous mustache in the early 70s. The world was shaken to the core in 2001 when he shaved it off. His 10-year-old son named Matthew cried when he saw his dad without it. We all felt the same way, but life had to go on. He became a naturalized U.S. citizen in 1998. In 2007 and 2012, he had heart attacks. In 2018, he had brain surgery to remove blood clots. In 2011, he injured his Achilles tendon while chasing a burglar from his hotel room. He appeared in a lot of movies and TV shows, mostly playing himself. He was married twice and had 3 kids. In 2019, he announced he had pancreatic cancer. He continued taping Jeopardy! As long as he could. He said, quote, "I'm not afraid of dying. I've lived a good life. A full life," unquote. He died in November of 2020. He was 80 years old. Aretha Franklin was born on March 25, 1942 in Memphis, Tennessee. She was a legendary singer with a powerful voice. Her nickname was the Queen of Soul. With songs like Respect, originally recorded and written by Otis Redding, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, Chain of Fools, Freeway of Love, Rock Steady, I Knew You Were Waiting for Me, Think, and Drown in My Own Tears. No wonder she was the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987. What was your favorite song? She won 18 Grammys and 5 American Music Awards. She had 20 #1 singles on the Billboard R&B charts, and had multiple platinum albums. She was awarded the National Medal of Arts and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She moved to Detroit with her family at a young age. Her father was a preacher and her mother was a piano player and a singer. Her mom died of a heart attack when Aretha was very young. I was shocked when I read that Aretha became a mom at age 12. Did you hear what I just said? She started out as a gospel singer. She was also a talented piano player. She had continued success until the mid-80s. She made a cameo in the 1980 film called The Blues Brothers. She was a cigarette smoker and quit in 1992. Her last concert was in 2017. In 2018, she entered hospice care. She was married twice and had 4 children. She died in 2018 from pancreatic cancer. She was 76 years old.